This is Ruger LCP Max versus Glock G42 versus SIG P365 380. 380 ammo comparison video 5. Underwood Xtreme Penetrator 90 grain. Accuracy and velocity comparison. We're going to be taking a look at the Underwood 90 grain Xtreme Penetrator 380 ammunition. This has an advertised velocity of 1,100 feet per second on the box. This ammo has a copper projectile that kind of looks like a Phillips head screwdriver. I don't know what the official name for this projectile design is. I'm going to call it the Xtreme Penetrator projectile. And now, let's hit the range. Okay, we're getting numbers. Oh, and a failure. Okay, we're getting numbers. Crunching the numbers, we're going to start with the Ruger LCP Max again. Now we only picked up 4 of the 5 shots on the Doppler. We had an average velocity of 992 feet per second. Highest was 1,073 feet per second. Lowest was 901 feet per second. Our extreme spread was 172 feet per second. And the average energy was 196.61 foot-pounds of energy. For the Glock G42, we had an average velocity of 1,040 feet per second. Our highest was 1,051 feet per second. Our lowest was 1,012 feet per second. The difference between the highest and lowest velocity was 39 feet per second. The average energy was 216.10 foot-pounds of energy. For the SIG P365 380, we got an average velocity of 1,094 feet per second. The lowest was 1,083 feet per second. Highest was 1,007 feet per second. The difference between the highest and lowest velocity was 25 feet per second. And our average energy came out to 239.12 foot-pounds of energy. Looking at the velocity numbers, with the SIG P365 380 at 1,094 feet per second, we were almost right on with the box-quoted 1,100 feet per second. We were fairly close at 1,040 with the Glock G42, and as expected with the Ruger LCP Max and its shorter barrel, we saw a decrease in velocity and had 992 feet per second, which is still faster than any of the ammos that we've tested so far on this video series. With the Glock G42, we were fairly close at 1,040 feet per second, but we saw today that my Glock G42 does not like this ammo. We had one failure and the accuracy is poor. I have no hits on the target and multiple shots I don't even know where they are. In this case, I'm inclined to say my Glock G42 does not like this Underwood ammo, and we see the results here on the target and the irreliability. Though with our SIG, we got a fairly decent group, and with the Ruger LCP Max, I would say acceptable performance as far as accuracy goes from a pocket gun at 15 yards. Now let's compare that against one of our range test ammos. In this case, we're going to do the Winchester White Box. Now while we have a 90 grain projectile compared to a 95 grain projectile, so we would expect to see a velocity increase, we see a significant velocity increase from the Underwood versus the Winchester White Box, between 150 or 200 feet or more feet per second on average, depending on the firearm we used. And while we have a lighter projectile, because we have such a significant gain in velocity, E equals mc squared, you can see that we have a significant increase in the foot-pounds of energy that extra velocity has afforded us. And while my G42 does not like this particular ammo, apparently, for the other 2 firearms, we seem to get both good velocity and acceptable accuracy at the 15-yard target. Now the main reason we included this version of the Underwood 380 ammo over some of the others is this was one of their non-expanding ammos, and we included it for those who live in an area where you cannot legally use a hollow point or an expanding projectile. Now for the Ruger LCP Max, while we had good velocity, the extreme spread was massive, and as a result I think that shows that we're not getting consistent powder burn out of this ammo, and that's likely a result of a barrel that's probably shorter than what it was intended to be used out of. When we step up to the longer barrel on the G42 and the P365 380, we see that extreme spread gets below 50, which puts it in the very good range of ammo if that's how you judge ammo. One area where I'm very curious to see how this ammo performs is on the meat target. With this ammo being designed for maximum penetration and having a very good velocity in my opinion out of a 380, I wonder if we're going to see a situation where we just see clean drilled holes through the meat target with minimal internal damage to things like our orange lung tissue. Very interested to see how that test works out. I hope you found this video useful, and you're looking forward to the next video in our 380 ammo comparison series. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.